Good afternoon. What you are about to see is the first broadcast in a unique series about and starring the Baltic Sea. You know all this already, of course, because many of you have and will be contributing feature materials, pictures and information. But before the programs, so to speak, land in your television sets, they've passed through a complex process of assembly and distribution. 3 companies makes this possible. Swedish Telecom is technically responsible for the broadcast. Together with Swedish Space Corporation, they also make sure that the signal is transmitted from the Tele-X satellite down to your dish. Esping and Felma Limited masters the actual broadcast as executive producers. Together these 3 companies make sure that coherent programs are brought to you out of tons of equipment, in numerous participants and technicians, and dozens of contributions from you. But this is not only a technical feat, even though it is a remarkable event in terms of broadcasting. We all feel the need to contribute to this cause, if not for ourselves, so for you. So now it's high time for me to hand over to your host, Lars Rydén.
Our first undertaking in this session will be to discover the geography of the Baltic region, and our main guide will be Lars Håkansson. Lars is a professor of hydrology at Uppsala University. Welcome, Lars.
Thank you.
And we also have a couple of guests. Dr. Andrzej Kowalczewski is a professor of hydrobiology at the University of Warsaw. Welcome, Andrzej. We also have here Viktor Jonov. Viktor is a professor of oceanology at the University of St. Petersburg. Welcome, Viktor. And also, quite a few of the students who take part in the course in Uppsala are here. And the rest of them are watching through the satellite.
The Baltic region forms an unusually clear example of a so-called eco-geographical region. Environmentally, it forms an indivisible whole. To do something meaningful, we have to do it together. The Baltic University is one such effort to unite our knowledge, teaching and learning capacities and look for a better future.
As you saw, we are many, in fact more than 70 universities which take part in this program. More than 3,000 students have registered in 10 countries.
The seas of Europe were once beautiful, healthy waters, favorite places for recreation. They were filled with fish to feed the people who settled their shores. But today, this is history. The first signs of deterioration appeared in the middle of this century. Sewage from the growing cities became too much. Rivers, lakes and coastal waters were over-fertilized. The sea, apparently endless, was unable to swallow all the debris of human activities. Cities introduced wastewater treatment. But at the same time, car traffic and the use of agricultural fertilizers increased. The combined result was a slow deterioration. In shallow seas like the Baltic, large areas of the seabed were emptied of oxygen and died from suffocation. In other places, green algae grew out of control, smothering a once beautiful surface. From the mid-1950s, industrial activity grew dramatically. New chemicals produced in ever-increasing amounts ended up in the water. Many of them were harmful. They accumulated in microorganisms, plants and animals. Some species were badly hurt. Dolphins in the Black Sea, seals in the North Sea, and the white-tailed eagles of the Baltic were threatened with extinction by PCBs, DDT, heavy metals and other poisons. The results have finally come back to us. Women planning pregnancy within a 10-year period are advised not to eat fish from the Baltic. It contains too many toxic chemicals, especially PCBs. The rivers of the North Sea no longer boast the salmon fishing that was once their pride.
The Baltic University program is directed from Uppsala and run in cooperation with the Swedish Telecom Radio and the Swedish Space Corporation. We send this session to you directly from Uppsala by the Swedish communications satellite Tele-X.
I warmly greet you from the University of Helsinki. It's my great pleasure to open the so-called Baltic University, a space bridge television studio concerning the problems of the Baltic Sea and its environment and their influences to the surrounding countries and their people.
Welcome to the Baltic University and a new session of our course, the Baltic Sea Environment. This time, as you heard, we have connected two cities. This is Helsinki in the northern end of the region and Warszawa in the southern part. We are going to debate between these two cities questions of environmental situation and what to do about it, questions of common concern and problems and hopes that we all share. Here in Helsinki, we have gathered at the TV studio of Helsinki University, and the thing is actually run by Helsinki University. We will try to see if there is a possibility to connect to Warszawa. Let's see if Warszawa is here. Hello, Warszawa.
We are again in the big Baltic family, and to open our Polish end of the space bridge, I will ask Professor Adam Kulanicki. Now I'm giving him the floor.
It's a nice chance that I have here the possibility to greet on behalf of the rector of the University of Warsaw all participants of the Baltic University. I take this chance to say you also that at the University of Warsaw we have the Center for Environmental Studies, which is coordinating the activity in this field at our university. We are organizing meetings, we are organizing exchange of information on environmental research, and also we are supervising the educational courses and interdisciplinary studies on environmental problems.
Well, thank you for this welcome. I will say a few words about who we are here in Helsinki. We have students from no less than eight universities in 5 countries. And I'll tell you who they are very shortly. It's from Latvia. 3 universities in Riga are represented, the Latvian University, the Medical Academy and the University of Technology. From Estonia, students from Tartu University are here. From St. Petersburg, we have a few Russian students from St. Petersburg University. From Sweden, there are students both from Uppsala and Stockholm. And finally, of course, there are a group of students from Helsinki. We also have recruited, so to speak, invited a number of experts that have supplemented the competence of the teachers who are teaching the course, the Baltic Sea Environment, to students from all these places. And it's these experts come from Riga, from St. Petersburg, Stockholm, Uppsala, and of course Helsinki. And we will not enumerate all these people right now because you will forget them anyhow. We will introduce them as they come into the program. So this is the situation here. What is it looking like in Warszawa now? Over to Artur Magnuszewski again. Artur, how are you doing there? Who is there?
Well, we also have quite a numerous group of students and also some colleagues from abroad, not very far from here. But let me mention the university centers. This is the University of Lviv from Ukraine. This is the University of Agriculture from Slovakia, from the town Nitra. We have also a group of Aarhus University from Denmark, and of course very large group of students from Warsaw universities.
Welcome to the Baltic University and session number 10 of our course, the Baltic Sea Environment. Yes, you are quite right. I'm on my way to saw off the branch I'm sitting on. But it's not only me, all of us in industrial society, through its use of non-renewable resources, huge amounts of energy, and the resulting environmental destruction is, so to speak, sawing off the branch we are sitting on. Today, in the last session of the Baltic University, we are going to analyze why this is so and what changes are necessary to create a society that is in harmony with nature, that in principle could last forever, or in short, a sustainable society.
My name is Artur Magnuszewski. I'm from University of Warsaw and Hydrology Department of the Faculty of Geography and Regional Studies. And my relation with the Baltic University is from the very beginning, and I'm very happy that I'm still in the program. I'm teaching the course of Baltic Sea Environment. Actually, this is a Polish, let's say, edition of this course, and my major of hydrology helps very much because a lot of environmental problems in Baltic are related to hydrology, to water circulation, to the water balance, so it helps very much. And the course which I'm offering at the university is open course, so it's not limited to the Faculty of Geography, but any student from University of Warsaw can subscribe to the course and can complete the course. So it's open for many students from different departments. And at the end of the course, they're supposed to write an essay about the subject which they believe is interesting, which is relevant for the Baltic, not only environment, but sometimes culture, politics, economy, etc., because the students are coming from different departments. And every time the course starts, I'm really surprised by the number of students which are showing up on the lecture, because it's electronic subscription, so they have to register it in some electronic system which we have at the university. And usually I have about 100-120 students which are showing up on the lectures. So it's quite also a challenge for me to to speak for so many students, and also I always bear in mind that there are not the geographers, there are not the hydrologists, so I have to use the let's say the proper terminology, but not too specific, not go to very details. And the course is I have the students from such a departments like, for instance, economy, politics. Even I had some students from Polish language department, and of course geology, biology, geography. So there is quite a variety of students, and the essays which they are writing at the end of the course are very interesting also for me, just to read what people are thinking and what is the approach from other sciences. So, for instance, this student which I mentioned from the Department of Polish Language, this was the girl, and she wrote a very interesting essay on the place of Baltic in the Polish poetry. So you never could find any materials to such a study, to such a research, but for her it was very easy because they are having the classes of Polish poetry, and it was very interesting to look how the Baltic Sea is appearing in the literature and Polish poetry, for instance. And then what attracts students to this course is, of course, the foreign diploma. So the fact that they are honored at the end of the course with the diploma issued by the Baltic Sea University, and that it's issued by the Uppsala University, signed by the rector. This is very important for them, for their curricula. And also the fact that the most, let's say, the best students, they can be granted to go to sailing and to some students' activities, to some students' meetings. It's very also attractive for them. And then, of course, I have the really honor and pleasure to sail with the Baltic University on tall ships like Pogoria or Chopin. And also I've been sailing 3 times on the Masurian lakes, both teaching and doing the job of skipper, which is quite exciting. And this sailing is really a lot of fun for me. I'm a sailor by heart, so
a double pleasure, just to be a teacher and to work with students, and also be fun while sailing and visiting different countries, different harbors, different corners of the Baltic Sea. After so many years of sailing with the Baltic University, I may say that I'm really familiar with any almost corner of the Baltic Sea, which is also very good for my research and understanding of the region and simply the scientific activity.